Now let's dig into that inside scoop that I wanted to share with you about your coaching client profile. The first thing, and I've mentioned this before, but I have done this exercise, or I did this exercise many different times throughout my business as I was growing and scaling my own coaching business. And what I would do is I would do the exercise and I check the box, but I didn't absorb it. So what I mean by this is as you're doing this and when you get it complete, I want you to embody your perfect coaching client profile. Like I really want this to feel like your imaginary best friend, which I know I say a lot, but I want you to embody it. I want you to absorb it because we're going to pull it through in all those different other areas of your business. Like I just did the video on where this applies, this coaching client profile you're going to do, where it applies throughout your entire business. And now I want you to actually absorb it, right? So please do that. I wish someone would have told me that when I was starting, because I was doing the exercise and it would kind of be different people each time. And then, I never absorbed it and pulled it through because I didn't understand the true meaning of why it was important. Then the second thing is it might feel uncomfortable narrowing down to one coaching client profile. And I just want you to know it's okay. And I want you to push through any resistance or fear or anything that may be coming up for you around narrowing it down to one. Because what I can tell you is when you have your one coaching client profile, it really does matter that your core values are going to be the same no matter if you create one coaching client profile or 10, right? There's certain aspects that are going to be the same. The pain points, the desires, all that kind of stuff. So no matter what type of offer you give, or whether you want to work with individuals or corporations or anything, the corporations to me aren't a coaching client profile because we're going to be then, selling our services to a human being that is going to be leading and making the decision, even at that company. So, I understand if you want to do a second one because you're going to be, working with two different, completely different audiences, that have similar but a little different, that's fine. But just know when you have one, it makes everything a lot easier because for every 2, 3, 4 client profiles you may have, it just makes your marketing, your messaging, and all that kind of stuff that much more complicated. And we like simple. To be on the fast track for your coaching business, it's all about simplifying. So just please narrow down to one. And it might feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. And if it feels uncomfortable, it's because you hadn't done it before, and this could be the main thing that changes and gives you a ton of clarity as you're moving forward, growing your business, right? Your profile can be the best traits of multiple clients that you may have had and love to work with. Maybe you love that John was super enthusiastic to work with you, and you love that Susie was always paid her invoices on time, and you love that so-and-so. That's okay. And it can also be a version of yourself or where you were before you figured out the solution. And that's how you really create this coaching client profile. It's the best of all the worlds combined. And then one thing I want you to think about doing is printing off your coaching client profile and hanging it in your office. And at least I have you do a visual representation of a photo or AI or whatever of what your coaching client profile looks like. You print that off and keep that right near you so that you know and remember who you're doing this for. All right. So a lot of clients I've worked with, they like to print it off, hang it up. For me as a tool, because, this coaching client profile we're creating, just like when we do your branding system, it's all a tool for your business. When I would hire interns in the summer to help write marketing blogs and all this kind of stuff, I framed it and put it in my conference room and to remind them that's who we were there to serve, right? Also, your profile should have the funds to afford your value as a coach. I understand a lot of us have a heart for wanting to serve the underserved communities and stuff like that. Just know, and I probably mentioned this before, you can do strategic give back and give scholarships to help people, but it's just as easy to create and bring to life a client profile that has plenty of money to be able to afford the value of the transformation. Remember, this investment is important. So we want to make sure they have that discretionary money or, that they understand that how you can help them really, really adds value to their life and they're not afraid to make that investment, all right? I want you to become your profile's imaginary best friend, right? And about your best friend, you know things about them, right? You know what they like to eat, where they like to shop, what, triggers them, what this and that, what makes them happy, that type of thing. That's how much I want you to embody this. And then your marketing messaging, your blogs, social media posts, your website, the emails is to make your coaching client profile say, it's like this coach knows me. It's like this coach is in my head. It's like this coach has just shown up in my life at the exact right time. That's when we know we're doing it right. So up next, let's design your coaching client profile and you'll have access to your workbook.